If you're going to be selling on Amazon FBA in 2022, then you have to be using Smart Scout. It is just the most powerful tool out there for anybody that wants to sell on Amazon. You can actually spy on your competitors. You can find, brands that Amazon is not selling, so you don't have to compete with Amazon. And not only that, you get a whole ton of useful information, like what is the percentage of any product out there that actually Amazon has in stock. So you want to go after products where Amazon is not the main competitor, or they're not stocked as high as other sellers. And these are the areas of opportunity that exist with Amazon FBA. And Smart Scout is the software to help you do this in 2022. Today, guys, we're gonna do things a little bit different because this video is not about anything relating to Facebook. Yes, you heard it right. The topic I'm discussing today has nothing to do with Facebook shops or Facebook Marketplace. But don't get scared. The channel will continue to create content around shops and marketplace. So don't worry. This is just an experiment because, as you may or may not be aware, I do sell across multiple marketplaces, not just marketplace and not just shops. So I wanted to bring forward all the expertise that I've had selling across other marketplaces. And today I have a treat for you. So I'm going to be talking about how to start an Amazon FBA business using wholesale companies. And I'm going to show you the best software out there to help you find great products, and then how to find wholesale businesses that will become your suppliers and hopefully help you start your Amazon FBA business in 2022. So if this is something that interests you, then consider subscribing. So without further ado, let's get right into this week's video. Allow me to start by defining what the hell is Amazon FBA. So basically what that stands for is fulfilled by Amazon. And what that means is that essentially a seller like yourself takes all of your inventory, all your products, and you ship them to an Amazon warehouse, okay? So there's a diagram I found online, and I'm sharing it right now in my computer screen, and I'm gonna have to move myself around because I'm kind of blocking the diagram a little bit, but it pretty much explains to you how the whole process works. So first, you find a product that is a hot seller, so you have to do your product research. And this is where the software I'm going to show you is gonna help you to find those products, those brands that really do sell on Amazon. Once you do that, then you have to contact the supplier. It's step number 2. In this case, it's gonna be a distributor, maybe a manufacturer, or the actual wholesale company. You're gonna contact them. You'll buy the product from them, which is gonna be in bulk. It's gonna be multiple units. So once you have the product on hand, then the third part is you have to send the products into Amazon warehouses. Okay, and I'm gonna move myself around over here. So your product will go to a fulfillment center. Inside of your Seller Central dashboard, you do create the labels. You have to input the measurements of the box, how much they weigh. And once you have all that information ready, it gets sent over to a fulfillment center. And then the last thing is pretty much sit back and relax and wait until the sales start coming in, because Amazon will take care of the rest by providing you with the shipping and handling the returns and all the customer service. So that's one of the main reasons why I really like this whole Amazon FBA model for sellers, because it takes out a lot of the stress, a lot of the issues that come with handling your own customer service. Okay, so in a nutshell, that was a kind of very brief explanation of what is Amazon FBA. So now I'm gonna show you the software that I use. Okay guys, so any YouTubers content will not be complete without the shameless plug. So because we are talking about Amazon, and not only that, but all the other marketplaces that I do sell on, I wanted to also share with you that I do have a private community. It is a subscription, it's membership based. This is where I do all of my mentoring, my coaching, live Q&As, Any content that is just exclusive to my members, I publish on this account. So I want to welcome you to join. The link will be down in the description. Check out my private membership group. It's gonna cost you, less than a couple, Starbucks coffee over a week period, right? It's gonna cost you about, $19 a month to join. There's no commitment, there's no contract. You can quit whenever you want. So if you are interested and want to participate during that live event, then I highly recommend you join us here on private membership. So now that you know and understand what is Amazon FBA, what are the next steps? So step number one is going to be identifying a category or niche that you want to sell in. Once you identify that, step number two is going to be getting in contact with those suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, wholesale businesses where you can buy the product from. And once you identify who your business contact is going to be to get your products, at that point you want to get a list from them or some sort of data feed where you have all of the products UPC codes or any identifier that identifies the product. And then you're going to want to go to step number three, which is using Smart Scout to find the brands, find the products that are having the most success selling on Amazon. So once you have all those things checked off, at that point you can start then finding the products and then getting them ready to get shipped off to Amazon warehouses, and just pretty much sit back, relax, and wait until the sales start coming in. Okay, so this video will not be complete unless I give you a demonstration and an example on how to, 1, find a supplier, 2, find a brand, 3, how to search it on Smart Scout, and 4, see if there's an opportunity there for you to actually buy this in bulk and ship it off to Amazon warehouses using the Amazon FBA service. So like I said before, you want to pick a niche, a particular product category. So right now I am in a pet supply website. I was able to find this particular supplier by just searching Google. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I have to be fully transparent with this information. Finding quote unquote like very good suppliers, manufacturers, wholesale companies is difficult, especially if you're a little guy, meaning you're just an individual seller. A lot of these companies, tend to sell to large big box, retailers like Walmart, like Wayfair, Target. So these companies are used to working with businesses that buy in the thousands, if not tens of thousands, or in the 100,000s when it comes to products, right? So I'm not saying that it's entirely, impossible. You can definitely get your foot inside the door, and the best way to do this is by going to trade shows and meeting these people face to face. You can find them on the internet, but a lot of the ones you find in the internet are not always going to be good suppliers because they just charge you so many fees that by the time you actually resell the product, the margins are very, very small. Full transparency, I'm just letting you guys know this up front so that you're not caught off guard or surprised. I actually had luck. So with this supplier, I found them online via Google searches, and I had some luck with them. The only problem with them was that some of the brands that were doing so well for me started to contact me via Amazon asking me to bring down the products because I wasn't authorized to resell them, right? So a lot of brands are very protective of their products, and unfortunately some of my best seller ones, I had to take them down. But in any event, you can find a lot more brands in here that might be helpful, and the way that you're going to be able to determine whether or not they're good products is by using Smart Scout. Okay, so that was like a long-winded disclaimer. I am sorry about that. So then what you want to do next is you want to look for a brand, right? So I'm pretty familiar with this website already, and I know that once I'm inside the pet category, I want to continue to niche down into something that is even a lot smaller. So I'm looking right now into like reptile products. So people have reptile pets, and you can see here some of the brands that fall under this sub niche. Okay, so Flukers is one of them. So I went ahead and navigated over to Smart Scout, and here in Smart Scout you have different search options. Okay, one of them is you can search by the brand. So I took the Fluker brand, and I searched it. Now there's a lot more filter criteria you can input here, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna keep it, bare minimum, just the brand. So once I do that, I get this result back from Smart Scout. And the first thing I want to point out is this right here, the Amazon in stock rate. The lower this number is, the better it's going to be for you as a third-party seller, or if you want to send the product into Amazon, because this means that Amazon doesn't have that big of a brand position selling this particular brand. But in this case, it's actually 81%. So I wouldn't recommend this brand for resale overall, right? There might be some individual products under this brand that Amazon doesn't sell. So that's another thing to look out for when you are selling on Amazon. The other information you get here is the average number of sellers. It's about 8 per listing, so it is somewhat competitive. The average price is very low, so this is not actually good. You want something that's a little bit higher in price. The monthly revenue for this brand is over $400,000. So if you find products under this brand where there's low competition and Amazon is not selling, then there's definitely opportunity here. Okay, what else? So you have the average review rating, it's 4.3. So the monthly units that are sold, so 45,000 units are sold a month. So this product does move, it does sell very often for this particular brand. Okay, so this is just one example with one sub niche within the pet category. You can actually go down a rabbit hole exploring a lot of the features and information here within Smart Scout. But like I said, there's a ton of information in here, too much to go through in one video. That's why I kind of wanted to just focus on this tab right here, which was the brands tab. Again, link is in the description if you're interested in exploring this powerful tool. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I know we kind of covered a lot in this video, and especially if you are new to my channel and you are pretty much used to the Facebook content, this is something that is totally new and totally different from what you're used to. So again, I was just exploring this idea. I think it's something worth paying attention to, especially with all the challenges and problems that do happen on Facebook Shops and Facebook Marketplace. If you want to sell online, you need to know that Facebook is not the only place where you can do it. You can do it on Amazon, you can do it on eBay, Mercari. There's a bunch of other sites where you can actually sell online. So that's all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. And again, my name is Daniel. And one last thing, the channel is growing so much, so I want to thank you all for all the support. However, about 80% of you are watching the content but have not yet subscribed. So please, I know you guys are lurking behind there watching the content. It will really mean a lot to me if you like the videos and subscribe. It's really going to help my channel grow and to push my content out to a lot more people interested in what I do. All right, so if you're new to the channel, I highly recommend you check out either this playlist or these places that will be listed right here. So I'll see you guys inside of those videos.